Good morning. We're live March 1st. Can you believe it? March 1st, 2021. Just thinking that the water for the sprinkler systems will be turned on here in another month. Hard to believe. Snow will start to melt and we'll be back with summertime. I'm just so excited. It's great to be with everyone this morning. We're going to take on a task. This is a singular challenge. This can be one of the greatest challenges for an entrepreneurial mind. We have the ability to vividly visualize, right? We talk a lot about this, but let's just be with this for a moment because I was dealing with this morning, last night when I was going to bed. You must be dealing with it all the time as well. We go into the future and sometimes we escape to the future. Sometimes we go there and just get clear about what it is we want to create. We come back and start executing, right? That's creation. But if we go there to escape, to live in those moments, we're going to create expectations and hold life hostage. And every time it shows up differently, cortisol surge, our prefrontal cortex getting shut down, all that stuff we've talked about in ad nauseum. But it is still happening to all of us. The other risk is we go into catastrophe. If there's a one eyedropper of negativity, boom, we just cascade downhill. That is such a dangerous place to be because we go in that dark dungeon of despair and discouragement, as I've shared with you all before. 10 minutes and paired for 10 hours. It takes 10 hours for all of that cortisol to bleed off of our body and for our brain to be restored to full energy. We do not want to be in this place. And the secret to it is scroll number 5. I'll live this day as if it is my last. It could be, if Eckhart Tolle wrote it, it would be called Live in the Now. Live in the now. If we could shift from living in our minds to living present in the now, and then intentionally go to our mind to get an inspired idea of where we'd like to be and an inspired idea about each millimeter we're going to take, we'll find great joy in getting the inspiration, acting on it, proving that it was inspired, moving what is forward. I emphasize. We want to start living with what is. What is. Not where we want it to be. What is. We see the possibilities, but we take what is, creative idea, and move it forward. This scroll will assist us in actually accomplishing this, the most difficult task in our mortal existence for entrepreneurs. That is being able to get out of our heads and start living more present than now. And it's here that we unlock our natural genius, our ability to know what needs to be done and how to do it. It's taken deadlines to get us there. Wow, that wasn't so hard. Wow, why did I wait so long? Great question. Why? It's time to be here, present in our strongest area, most of the time with an entrepreneur. Here, focused on serving people, then going into our mind to get that inspired idea and grow. Og starts this scroll with a really powerful statement. He's so poetic. We want to take his poetry today and apply it to what happened to me over the weekend. Not me, you, all of us. What happened to us over the weekend? What are we facing this morning? I will live this day as if it is my last. Now, first of all, he's not talking about we're going to die tomorrow, because if we're going to die tomorrow, we probably wouldn't do half the things we're planning to do today. If we're going to die tomorrow, we do something totally different. But at midnight tonight, March 1st, 2021 is dead forever. Forever. What are we going to do with this day? And he gives us this counsel. What will I do with this last precious day, which remains in my keeping? This one's in my keeping. It's here. It's today. First, I will seal up its container of life so that not one drop spills upon the sand. For why should I spend one moment mourning yesterday's defeats, yesterday's aches, yesterday's aches of the heart, for why should I throw good after bad? Think about this. I'm in the now. This is my day. I have control over this day. Where am I going to go in my mind? Am I going to go to the past and take this good day, the first chance I have to create a different outcome in my life, and I'm going to burden that outcome with past mistakes and aches of the heart? What that ends up doing is just making this day like the rest of them, compounding the negative. Then he goes on to ask us a similar question. What will I do with tomorrow? Can tomorrow's sand flow through the glass before today's? No. Will the sun rise twice this morning? Can I perform tomorrow's deeds while standing in today's path? This is the most poetic way of talking about fantasy. Can I place tomorrow's gold in today's purse? No. Can tomorrow's child be born today? No. Can tomorrow's death cast its shadow backward and darken today's joy? Should I concern myself over events that I may never witness? Should I torment myself with problems that may never come to pass? No, tomorrow is buried with yesterday, and I will think of it no more. Incredible counsel. We've always heard, don't throw away good after bad. Yes. So if we spend any time mourning a past defeat, anybody ever here made a bad investment and they just keep rehashing the mistake and, well, there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. So let's be in today. We go into the future and project either gold we're trying to put in the purse or problems, as one person said to me today, building a bridge over a river we may never need to cross. How about if we take all of our energy today and we just pour it into today? He goes on to give us more counsel in this scroll, which is so powerful. I will avoid with fury the killers of time. It might be screen time for some of us. Procrastination I will destroy with action. And when we do, we play into our greatest strength. Doubt I will bury under faith. Fear I will dismember with confidence. That's when you're taking that action and you have fear and you take it and you start to gain confidence from having done it. We don't get it before we jump. We get it after we jump. Where there are idle minds, I will listen not. Is this not an invitation to be careful where we spend our time on the internet? Where there are idle minds, mouths, I will not listen. Where there are idle hands, I will linger not. Where there are idle bodies, I will visit not. Henceforth, I know that to court idleness is to steal food, clothing, and warmth from those I love. I am not a thief. I am a man of love, and today is my last chance to prove my love and my greatness. Now, I shared with you that when the Greek word for man is examined, it has both sexes, male and female. It's just been translated to man, politically correct or not at this point in our society. He means everyone. Duties of today I will fulfill today. Then he wraps with this. And if it is my last, it will be my greatest moment. This day I will make the best day of my life. Can you imagine that? What would happen if we got to the end of March 1st? It's like 10 p.m. tonight. And we're looking back at today. And there are things that we did today that we have not been doing or we've been avoiding. What are those things? Let's make today count. Let's get inspired ideas about how to make that phone call, write that email, have that meeting, whatever it might be. Let's stay present in the now and move our life forward. I will live this day as if it is my last. Let's try this today. We have said so much on this topic in the past, and when I speak it, I often speak it for myself. When there's something very exciting that you're working on, it's hard not to leap into the future and imagine what it's going to be like when it happens that way. But then something occurs that slows it down, changes its path. And it's so vivid because of the gifts that entrepreneurs have in their mind. And then we're in resentment or resistance and frustration. When we're feeling that, let us be honest with ourselves today. Where did I go last night when I was lying in bed getting ready to go to sleep? Where was I this morning when I woke up? Was I in fantasy? Was I in catastrophe? Was I playing out worst case scenarios and filling my body with cortisol and shutting down my prefrontal cortex, my empathy, my practical judgment, my common sense? Was I? Because it's going to impact how I feel right now. There are going to be molecules in my body, in your body. They're going to impact your level of excitement, your level of commitment, your level of focus. Let us just clear the mechanism. Just clear the mechanism and say, today, I'm going to live differently. I'm going to wake up that inner linebacker. That's me. What's yours? Wake that up and do some things today that I might not have done otherwise. And at the end of this day, let us express gratitude for this being the greatest day of my life. And when tomorrow comes, it'll still be now. It's 24 hours from now, it's still now. 48 hours from now, it's still now. It's always now. Our mind is often somewhere else, but it's always now. Let us do the same thing again. And let us repeat this, living present, getting inspired ideas and acting for the next week. And let's see if we can't let this scroll into our soul. Listen to it or read it. There's all kinds of places to get it. Mandino.com. You can download the scrolls. You can go to theobserverschair.com/audio, theobserverschair.com/audio. You can download them from there. Let's take scroll 5 and let's feed ourselves scroll 5 in the morning, at midday, and in the evening, just to remind us of our commitment to live present, taking what is, moving a millimeter and celebrating it. And let's have the best day and the best week of our life. Thanks, everyone. Blessings to you all. Can you feel the cloud lifting of COVID? It's coming. It is coming. It's inevitable. The human spirit is too strong to be held down like this for any longer. We are starting to break out. Let us be careful and wise, get vaccinated, and be prepared to get back to normalcy. But with this, let us be present in the now. Let us be honoring our own worth. Let us be persisting until we succeed. Let us be greeting the day with love in our heart. Let's have these scrolls mean something different. Next time this dark cloud is totally lifted and the sunlight of success can start shining again on this great nation and this world. Let us use this time to be prepared so we can create incredible things, because sometimes the sunlight of success obscures the diamonds in our life. If there's anything to come out of this COVID, is for us to see what's really most important. Let us bring that into the light as it comes. Okay? This week, today, the next day, for a week, let's live present in the now and make every moment count. Thanks, everyone.